Alongside the debut of the powerful ISF in 2007, Lexus developed and released F-Sport performance accessories for all standard IS250 and 350 vehicles. Enthusiasts were interested in getting better handling and performance out of their already highly tuned base IS, yet still sustaining the excellent ride comfort of the vehicle. Development included performance enhancements such as brake upgrades, stabilizer bars, lowering springs, shocks, and chassis braces. Personalization parts included exhaust kits and forged wheels. In 2011, Lexus produced IS250 and IS350 F-Sport factory packages. These packages include a combination of mild performance suspension tuning and a more aggressive performance look. At Lexus, we have a vehicle for every level of driver, and F-Sport offers something for everyone. The F-Sport Performance Triangle. F-Sport factory packages and accessories allow drivers to add various levels of performance to their vehicle to help bridge the gap between the factory-tuned IS350 and the high-performance ISF. F-Sport adds 2 levels in the middle of the triangle that allow a driver to meet their specific performance needs. If you are a driving enthusiast that is searching for the IS350 proven ride comfort but want enhanced handling and a more aggressive aesthetic look, the F-Sport factory package is a step up from your base IS. If you are looking for an even higher level of performance, you can select F-Sport accessories to create your own vehicle that has handling comparable to the high-powered ISF. If extreme power and ultimate handling is what you are searching for, then the ISF is the clear choice as the top-tier vehicle in the performance triangle. This is Joe Bacall. Joe Bacall's test driving experience spans over 15 years. While being one of a few highly trained development test drivers within the Toyota Lexus family, he was directly involved in evaluating and testing some of the highest performance on- and off-road vehicles for the company. After beating cancer, Joe decided to pursue his dream of off-road racing. His first race in the Lexus LX570 was at the famous Baja 500, where he placed first in class. In 2010, he brought home the Stock Vehicle Championship and a Baja 1000 win. He is currently a factory-backed champion driver for Lexus.
Today we're doing a vehicle comparison with the IS350 rear-wheel drive versus the F-Sport factory package. So one of the things that we did was we compared the IS350 rear-wheel drive with the F-Sport factory package, and a lot of different things came up. I mean, I'm on the racetrack, I'm pushing hard, running multiple laps, jumping between car to car, and what I really noticed the most was the car wasn't tracking quite as easy as the F-Sport factory package, and this, to me, really equals performance and how the car is tuned. You know, the amazing thing is this vehicle's proven. It's working really well. And this vehicle is all about ride comfort and sportiness. The IS350 rear-wheel drive vehicle, it's great in ride comfort and it does very well on the track, but it does lack grip to a certain point. You take it to a certain point and then you want that next level, and that's where the F-Sport factory package comes in. So when it comes to evaluating the F-Sport factory package, the vehicle definitely responds a little bit quicker than the IS350 rear-wheel drive vehicle. A lot less steering input is needed compared to the IS350 rear-wheel drive vehicle. It just feels tighter, the steering seems to everything just works that much better on the track. And this is exactly what we're looking at, is absolute performance on the racetrack, at the limit. How does it perform? The vehicle has several different changes coming right from the factory. That is a lowered stance with coil spring, shock tuning, got amazing seats that really hold you in, and aesthetically with the aerodynamic kits, it really looks great. So to summarize my evaluation with the IS350 rear-wheel drive, comparing that to the F-Sport factory package, here's what I came up with. A couple of things come to mind for me with the F-Sport factory package, and that is the vehicle absolutely steps up a notch for handling and performance. I was able to get through the corners that much faster, it could predict what's going to happen, and really, I actually had a lot of fun driving that vehicle. Aesthetically, there's no doubt that the F-Sport factory package meets my expectations. I love the badge, I love the wheels. It's definitely a notch up from the IS350 rear-wheel drive. Today we're comparing the F-Sport factory package versus the F-Sport accessories package. There are several things that come to mind being on the racetrack and evaluating this vehicle at the limit. My job is to take the vehicle on the racetrack, throw it sideways as hard as I can on purpose to see how the vehicle's going to react. Does it oversteer? Does it understeer? One thing that I notice is balance. It's all about getting that perfect balance so the driver has the confidence and the vehicle can literally get through that area with ease. This vehicle, the accessories package, all these components were tested and developed together, and that's what makes up the perfect balance. I mean, look at how much input I'm putting on this wheel. I'm barely turning it and it just goes right where I'm going. I'm going over 100 miles an hour right here. Hard brakes, no problem. The thing just stops. Back into this corner. A little drift, no problem. Back into it. Look at the composure. Just comes right back. The F-Sport accessories vehicle has so many great things that I noticed on the racetrack. For one, everything just felt super tight. I was able to get through those corners so much faster than I expected, and it really compared to the ISF minus the power. I didn't want to get out of the vehicle. I'm like, this thing is fun to drive. One thing that I'm looking at right now underneath this vehicle and what really stands out to me is the blue. F-Sport means performance. From the front stabilizer bars to the rear to the chassis brace, blue springs. I mean, all these different parts were tested and proven and developed to work together. And you notice it on the racetrack, you notice it on just your day-to-day driving. One of the great things about having the accessories available for your IS vehicle is when you bring this vehicle into the dealership for any reason whatsoever, these parts are covered under warranty. You can't get that from any other aftermarket component. They say they're designed for the IS vehicle, but they're truly not. They're not tested like these components are specifically for this car. You know, our speeds are quite a bit higher than the F-Sport factory package, just simply because we have so many components available for this vehicle. So if you're looking at the F-Sport factory package, if you compare that with the F-Sport accessory vehicle, my level of confidence really stepped up. I'm able to drive the F-Sport accessory vehicle so much faster in the corners, on the straights. I mean, I've got a lot of braking going into this, and I've got the components to back me up to get through that course fast. You know, as a former factory development driver for almost 11 years for Lexus, I know suspension. You know, you could buy these two pieces, the coilover as well as the shock. What I recommend as a driver and an evaluator is to buy them together because they were developed together. The reason this vehicle works so well on the track is you've got front and rear balance. And what that means is, for one, driver confidence goes up. You can feel the front and rear working together in unison as you're heading down the course. When I'm driving and I'm picking a line and I'm going through that apex, everything is much more clear, it's more direct, and I'm able to get through there much faster. You know, a lot of grip, really goes where I point it. It's absolutely fun to drive, no question about it. One of the things that I notice on the racetrack is how the chassis brace really works. You don't see it, it's under the car, but you feel it. And what it's doing is it's basically tying everything together. With all that deflection on a racetrack, with all those high G forces, basically limiting the movement. And it's transmitting all that information to the driver where everything is smooth, responsive, and much more fluid. Not only does the front and rear sway bar help with body roll, but it also helps with the steering feel and the directness overall. On a day-to-day basis, you're not going to see a big difference. It's not going to affect the ride comfort, so you're still going to have the Lexus comfort that you'd expect. But when you get it into a racetrack condition or maybe going through a canyon, the vehicle's going to clamp down, it's going to roll less, it's going to go through the corners much easier with less delay and more input. And that's what performance is all about.